Biggest Winners. I'm Emily Darling, and I own Darling Yoga next door to Excel Fitness. And I know you've been working hard with Jill, and so I'm here today to guide you through a simple yoga routine that will help open your hips, your hamstrings, and shoulders, so you'll be less prone to injury and feel better. So we're going to begin on the floor. If you have a yoga mat, then use a mat, but you could do this routine also just on a towel or on the carpet. You're going to start laying down. We'll sit up tall, elongating your spine, and just spot one place in front of you with your gaze. And we're going to slowly just release our spines to the floor, one vertebra at a time. Once you're there, go ahead and inhale, your arms overhead, point your toes, and just create a nice big body on. You can arch your back from the floor. On your exhale, flex your feet for a few breaths, pushing out through the heels, pulling your toes towards you. Just stretching your whole body. Take one more deep breath, inhale. And on the next exhale, bring your right knee up into your body. Interlace your fingers around your shin. We're going to squeeze the knee into the shoulder nice and snug. Just take a few deep breaths through your nose. Either close your eyes or just gaze off the tip of the nose, keeping your mind focused on your breath. And just massaging those tight areas of your groins, your hip flexors, your lower back. And from there, we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the knee, and we're going to twist. You're going to roll all the way over to your outer left hip, and exhale to your right. Allow your gaze to look all the way down to your fingers. This way you can reach a little bit deeper. And if you can imagine a weight on your shoulder as you exhale, and just allow your shoulder to fall into gravity. Massaging your belly. And also allowing the breath to move into your tight neck muscles. From there, we're going to open up the outer hip, the glute, and piriformis muscle on the right side. So cross your right ankle over your left knee. And pick up your left foot and take your right hand through the keyhole of the legs. Both hands now can reach underneath your knee or wrap around your shin. If it's difficult to reach, maybe lift your head and put a pillow under your head or a block so that you can maybe have an easier time wrapping. Or you could even use a belt here and just hold a belt. And you want to try to guide the left leg towards you while pressing your right hip away. You should feel this targeted right in your outer hip and glute muscle. While you breathe into it, remind your shoulders to stay grounded. So you're also opening the shoulders with your hips. You can hold this one for a really good length of time. It takes a while for the hips to open. So after being there for 5-10 cycles of breath, you'll then extend your right leg out, and we'll do these 3 poses on the other side. So simply just squeeze the left leg in, hugging it to your shoulder. Again, remind your shoulders to fall to the floor as you exhale. Keep your right leg extended long and grounded to the floor. Holding one more breath. And then we're going to twist. Taking the right hand to the outside of your knee, roll all the way over to your outer right hip, guiding your knee to the floor. And then reach as far out to your left as possible. As you're breathing, inhale the breath all the way up your spine. With your exhale, imagine a weight on your shoulder and allow that shoulder to fall heavily into gravity. Continue to breathe deeply, massaging your belly, massaging all your internal organs. And then we'll come back to the center. And this is where we do thread the needle. So you're going to cross your left ankle in front of your right knee. Again, either reach under the knee at your hamstring or your shin, whichever you find easiest. If you feel that your jaw is tight, add a blanket under your head. And we'll hold here again for a good length of time. Guiding the right leg towards us while pressing the left hip a little bit away from you. You could actually use your left elbow to push that thigh away. And again, just focus on breathing your most full, deep inhales. And then slowing down your exhale and using that exhale to maybe deepen the pose. Feel free to hold this pose for as long as you feel you need to. From there, we're going to re-extend both legs out to the floor. Take the arms again overhead and add another body on. Just arching your back, inhale, and exhale. Then bending the knees, we'll place the heels on the floor directly under the knees, hip distance apart. Take your arms down by your sides. We're going to tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Press your heels to the floor and we're going to come into bridge, raising your hips up. Once you come up, guide your shoulders underneath you, eventually interlacing your fingers. Now press your feet to the floor, your arms to the floor, and raise your hips. So in this pose, you'll feel a really good stretch across your upper back and your neck. You'll feel an opening in your hip flexors, quads, and groins. And just know that this is a really healthy pose for your digestion, great for your elimination. So it's a very cleansing, detoxifying posture. And it also stimulates the endocrine system, which is situated in the throat lock. So as you're exhaling, maybe stamp your heels down more and bring your sternum closer towards your chin to stimulate the endocrine system. You can close down your eyes and just focus on the belly and allow the belly to rise and fall. Soft belly breaths. And then to come out of the pose, we're going to bring the arms overhead, palms facing the ceiling. Gradually, just one vertebra at a time, we'll lower the spine all the way down to the earth. Walk your feet together and allow your knees to open apart into a butterfly. Grab your elbows overhead, reach your arms to the top of the mat, and breathe your breath deeply into the armpits. So you're flooding the upper body with fresh prana and oxygen. Relax as you exhale your knees, your ankles, and your toes. Again, this is a pose that you might want to hold for a good length of time. So after being here for a while, you'll bring your knees together. Take your knees back to your body. We'll hold under the knees, and we're going to rock up to the top of the mat. From here, just make your way into the middle of your mat. You're going to come into child's pose. Your big toes are together, your knees are apart. You're going to rest the hips onto the feet, and your feet might be a little bit tight, so you need to add a blanket under your feet if they're tender on the floor. Crawl your hands forward, and then exhale and broaden your shoulders. Let your shoulder blades release down your back. Rest your forehead to the floor and close your eyes. Holding this pose 5 to 10 breaths, slow and deep through your nose. From here, you'll come up to all fours. I'm going to tuck under the toes and lift the knees and come into a really nice stretch for your legs. So start with your knees bent and focus on dropping your head and your body through towards your legs. Lift your sit bones high. And then gradually straightening your legs. You'll exhale and start to send your heels towards the earth. This is downward dog. Open your hands wide, push the floor away. Completely relax your neck. Just feel a nice opening in your hamstrings and calf muscles. Broaden your shoulders. And if you take your toes a little bit away from the floor, you can further lengthen the backs of your legs. And And just enjoy this feeling of being inverted, upside down, completely letting the brain relax and the heart relax. It's a great pose for calming the nervous system. From there, we're going to look towards the hands and just step forwards towards the hands, feet a hip distance apart. Then bend your knees quite a bit. We'll take the hands to the lower back, interlace the fingers, and lift the arms off the back. If your arms won't go anywhere, grab a towel or a belt and hold that belt or your towel, and your arms will probably be able to lift away. Maybe straighten your legs, relax your shoulders, again relax your neck, and just hang out here, letting lots of warmth and blood supply move into your shoulders. You can close your eyes, you can completely let go of the brain, feeling as if you're dropping your busy thoughts onto the mat, into the floor, letting it go. Bending the knees, we'll let the arms hang to the floor. And we're going to come up to a standing position really slow, like a rag doll. So just tucking in the chin. Roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Inhaling the arms over the ears, we'll look to the thumbs. And we're going to exhale the hands down across the heart. And one more time, drinking in a deep breath of gratitude. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart, bring your feet together. And just stand tall for a moment and close your eyes. And just noticing how you're feeling. Maybe standing a lot taller than you normally do. And the lungs are more open. And the mind is quiet. And just knowing here that you're now ready to move into the rest of your day from a place that is more peaceful. Thank you. And as a gift from Jill and myself, we are offering you all a free yoga class at Darling Yoga on February 26th on a Saturday. It's at 9:30. It's a yoga basics class, so you guys can try a full 75-minute class. And there's more information about that in Jill's newsletter to all of you. Thank you.